You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi, Days of Our Lives fans. I have got your early edition spoilers for February 3rd through the 7th. Brady is scared, Rachel is scheming, and Crazy Whitley is back. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not subscribed, please click the button. As we always do on early edition day, we dive in with what's coming the rest of this week to set the tone and give you the info you need for next week's spoilers. Wednesday, January 29th, we have Brady and Kristen talking to Rachel, but neither his ex or his daughter is going to like what Brady is handing out. He loves Rachel, but he thinks she's out of control. He plans to keep on seeing Ava, will not let his daughter dictate who he dates, will not let his ex dictate who he dates, and tells them both there is no reunion happening. Kristen is pretty irritated. She may try and scare and guilt him about doing this for Rachel, but Brady's holding firm, and he is really worried because he's heard nothing from Ava since that garbled voicemail. Looks like he may play the message and ask somebody else what they hear. I think it's with Johnny. And later, Kristen talks to Johnny and she shares some history from the Blake side of her family as they chat. So Rachel has Ava's phone and she is using it. She might be calling her grandma's landline over at Blake House to update her on Brady being stubborn about the reconciliation. And I do wonder if Rachel might text Brady using Ava's phone. Seems like Brady could get somebody to trace that phone, right? Chanel wakes up with a huge headache and a hunk at her side. She is in Sean's bed. Did he bring Chanel there just to sleep it off, or did they do the deed? Sean doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who'd sleep with somebody who was drunk when he was stone cold sober, and he's supposed to be sober because he has been getting sober. When he cheated before, it was a night of mutual drunkenness. So I just kind of think that maybe they didn't, but we'll see. Belle and EJ's kiss turned into much, much more, and they headed to her room to do dirty things. You know, the diabolical DiMera hunk is definitely enjoying that time in her sheets, but it's all fun and games until your mom walks in, and Marlena walks in the next morning and finds them together and is horrified and chews them both out. EJ has to get dressed and do a walk of shame under Marlena's watchful glare. He seems to be taking it in stride and is kind of teasing Belle about it. Not that he cares that what Marlena thinks about him sleeping with her daughter. I doubt this is the last time that Belle and EJ take a trip to Pound Town, though. Maybe next time they should do it at his place, though. Brady's anxieties increase as Ava's absence is prolonged and no one knows where she is. And it looks like Javi is going to see that stripper leaving Arnold's room at the end because he's over there spending the night with Leo. Thursday, January 30th, February sweeps officially kicks off, and Javi confronts Arnold about the stripper, but fake Rafe is pushing Javi to keep quiet. Remember, EJ chewed Arnold out about not messing things up, but this whole thing might work out in EJ's favor anyway because he wants Jada destroyed. And speaking of the bride, she has some pre-wedding jitters about Rafe's recent odd behavior, and Jada shares her concerns with Stephanie. EJ is taunting Rafe on his birthday about Jada marrying another man, and Rafe is furious, frustrated, and stuck in a dumb little party hat. Leo has to answer to Marlena about his actions, and I wonder if it's something to do with Doug 3, with the necklace. What has he done that is rubbing Doc the wrong way? JJ, meanwhile, has second thoughts about Gabby, and she is stunned when he's kind of pulling back from her, and I wonder if Chad's words about her dirty deeds have resonated and cooled off his ardor a little bit. Friday, January 31st, Steve is there for the wedding along with Kayla and others. It's a modest-sized event outdoors, and Steve walks the bride down the aisle, although Jada is feeling unsure about the man she's meeting at the altar. Rafe and Jada's wedding day is going to deliver huge drama, although Paulina seems to think it'll go off without a hitch, but boy, is she be oh so wrong. Javi tells Leo that he feels sick being at the wedding and sitting on the secret that Rafe cheated with a stripper the night before his wedding. So I wonder if Leo will advise Javi to spill the beans or forever hold his peace. Meanwhile, Rafe manages to escape from the room where EJ has him held captive, but I wonder if he's going to get all the way out so that he can interrupt the wedding, or if, EJ or Kristen find him. I could see Kristen locking him back in the room where EJ had him because she is having a warm moment with her brother and she likes to lock people down there anyway. And of course, Elvis Jr. would definitely knock him back out and toss him back in the room if he finds him, and obviously use stronger ropes next time. February 3rd through the 7th. I expect we're going to get a wedding cliffhanger on Friday, and then they'll repeat the scenes on Monday like they like to do. So Johnny got dumped for nearly sleeping with Joy. So I wonder if Chanel is going to go back to Johnny, back down about ending their marriage, talk to him about reconciliation, simply because she woke up in Sean's bed and maybe now she has a different perspective and maybe a little helping of guilt to cope with. Stephanie is ready to quit the soap to date Alex, but if he is still canoodling with Joy, will Stephanie pump the brakes on her promise to walk away from her job so they can be together? She's going to make that big of a leap. Seems like Alex needs to commit to at least dating just her. We're going to find out if Jada is a Mrs. by Monday or if the wedding has blown up in her face. EJ is sure to be horrified by Rafe's escape attempt, so we'll see how that goes. He's definitely outed soon, and then he's shot, and I expect EJ catching a bullet or two to be the big high point in February sweeps. And that means Belle and EJ's romance is going to be short-lived unless she sticks with him after the truth about Arnold comes out and after somebody tries to kill Elvis. The woman in white, aka Rachel Black's crazy grandmother, is going to do whatever it takes to make her granddaughter happy. If Rachel Sr. needs to hold Ava captive indefinitely or kill her, I think there's cliffs she can push her off of there so that Rachel can have her parents, Brady and Kristen, back together, then Rachel Sr. is all in. It's clear to see that Kristen is not the only unhinged, crazy woman in the family. Brady is not going to give up, and I really hope it dawns on him to have Patch track Ava's phone, like how he was tracking the mean text that she was getting, which would lead him right back to the DiMera house and either Kristen or Rachel. Doug 3 is going to be diving into his new job as Leo's assistant. And of course, the really big news for next week is Whitley King is back Wednesday, February 5th. Is she the one stalking the soap people, or is it awful Carrie Yeomans? She's only back for one episode, so I just wonder if she is questioned and eliminated as a suspect. We'll see. Somebody needs to pay for targeting Bonnie, poisoning the cupcakes, and don't forget, Alex Kidiakis is their next target, unless we get some kind of super weird thing where Carrie actually knows Whitley. He seems crazy. Maybe they met at Bayview.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.